I'm joined by Andy Tate after that 2-1 loss to Brighton. Opening day, so much excitement going into the game. And then what have we seen there?
Everything that's been learned in the last month or so, the promising one-touch football, where was it today? It's like everything they've learned, it's just gone all brain dead. And it was just like last season. Nothing has changed. It's just that sort of performance. And apart from Martinez and Eriksen, half that team, it's still the same. Half the team's gone, but what's there now, nothing will change. Marcus Rashford, non-existent. Bruno, non-existent. He spent more time on the floor, was it in the second half, than he did in the entire game. The back, the midfield, the front, it's all there to see. And he's got to work with this. I mean, McTominay, what is going on? What is going on with this midfield?
Would you blame that? Do you think that was the biggest problem today, that midfield? It seemed like they didn't know when to press, they didn't know where to be. Like, it just felt a bit clueless in there, didn't it?
Clueless, pointless. They're looking at each other. Urgency, requirement. This is supposed to be a new dawn. They always say it's darkest before the dawn, but this is dark. This is going to get a lot more worse. I'm telling you, before it gets better. And this, honestly, an example needs to be made of one of these players. Somebody needs to be turfed out before maybe end of August. I don't care who it is. Maybe January. I don't care. I don't care who it is. Big names, big reputations. I don't care. I want to see fight, desire. It was nothing there, mate. It was lackluster. There's nothing there. No, from the start. We had about 10 minutes from the start to that point. Until we scored, there was nothing there. We had like 10 minutes spell. That was it. 10 minutes, and that was it. Even the goal. I mean, I didn't even see. Was it Scrappy? Was it an OG? I don't know.
It was an own goal in the end.
And after we scored, there was nothing there. It's scrappy. It's pointless, and we've got a lot of this more to come. And our next game, we all know who it is, and that was a red herring last month, beating them 4-0, wasn't it? We're in. It could be double digits. Seriously, if that midfield is not sorted,
next home game, you mean?
Yeah, next home game. If that midfield's not sorted, I know we got Brentford. You take one game at a time. I accept that, but we are in for a world of pain in the next few weeks, and it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better with his transfer. It may sound negativity, but it was there for you to see. It was there for everyone to see. My brother's seen it. My dad's seen it. I mean, Rashford, he is a former shadow of himself. He's shot. He's finished. I don't care if he has to be made an example of, or Bruno, in the next 12 months. You are at career point in your point at Old Trafford now. I don't care who you are, what you are. If you can't perform to what you told to this manager and the standards, and Anna Maguire's coming out with this, we will make you proud of us, mate. You got a lot of making up. A lot of making up to do to these fans because there's expectation. I saw a lady today there on the top tier under the Sir Alex Ferguson stand. I think she was like 76, 77, and she went up there with a friend. And God bless her, she has to watch that. And even she said, a 77-year-old woman, they're a disgrace. They're an absolute disgrace. She said that to me. Who was going out the ground. And to see it from a 77-year-old lady's perspective, who's seen it all, and now seeing this with these players who think they fucking made it, who think they know it, who think they're Johnny Big Bollocks. It's not on the manager now, it's the players. You are at a point in your career now. Do you want to stay for the fight? Because if you don't, you know where the door is, and we've got rid of half the crap from last season, so let's get rid of some more crap.
Yeah, the thing that's, like you said there, there's so much like underlying worry and negativity from last season that it only takes a little bit to sort of all that to bubble up to the surface again. We're all hoping for this, big change, and I'll come to some positives in a minute and a bit of optimism to, we'll get to that. Obviously, it's only the first game of the season.
I know, mate. I know,
and I know you know that.
But I've seen it all.
Like, this is almost like, and I feel the same. It's almost like last season talking, isn't it? Where we're so sort of scarred from what we saw in the last 12 months that, like, you see another bad performance, you think it's going to be like that, like last season again. Give me something to be optimistic about. Who did you think played well today? Did you see any signs of improvement? Anything at all?
I've seen Eriksen. I like Eriksen. He played well. but he can't do anything in that midfield if he hasn't got the right players around him. Martinez looked lively. I think, let's say, it's his first game. He was sort of responsible with Maguire for the first goal.
Yeah.
And the second goal, when Brighton were in their own half, in the corner, and it come all the way. They're not picking up the markers, not picking up the runners. It's like everything they've learned in the last month, all that one-touch football, is gone. He's gone. And he takes off Fred, who was actually half decent today. Fred was a positive today. He played well. But McTominay, he's finished at his club. I don't care. If you want to be a bit player, you want to sit on the bench, loan him out somewhere. We need a midfield. You can't. I'll put it one way. You will not get European football of any description with McFred this season.
Looking forward to Brentford then. Do you think we will see changes in that starting 11? Because it did seem almost like the ghost of last season plus Eriksen and Martinez, didn't it? Do you think we'll see, I don't know if Martial's going to be fit, but do you think we'll see Ronaldo starting or a striker starting? Will we see maybe Shaw, one of McTominay or Fred or Rashford? Do you think we will see change, or do you think it's going to be more of the same until we either replace the players or something goes horrendously wrong?
Something has to give with this De Jong now. There has to be a cut-off point coming this week now. No more De Jong. Get a decision. The only people who know what's going on is De Jong and Ten Hag, who have private conversations, and maybe his agent. There has to be a cut-off point now. Was it 2.5 weeks of the transfer window left? Get some alternative targets in. Sign some players who want to play. Shake the room. Like you say, shake that team to the core. Sell somebody big. I don't care. Get some players in who want to play, who are actually attracted by what's going on. And we all know it's going to be a long project. Like you say, are we even going to get European football this season at all? I mean, I want a cup. I want to win a cup. FA Cup, Europa League, like I say, League Cup. I don't care. I want to win something. This is what the club's supposed to be about. They talk up a big thing. You talk it up on this PR thing, even social media. Say, if I hear we go again tonight on the next 24 hours, and he's supposed to be putting a ban on social media, I hope it sticks. I really do, because I don't want to hear any of these gobshites. I'm sorry for swearing, because I'm first day of the season, like, people can laugh at say, but it's motion after the game, innit? 10 months of this, and I don't want to hear we go again. I don't want to hear that rinse, repeat, the same old piano song all the time. I really don't want to hear it. There's positives to come. There will be positives. I'm sure we'll have big games where we'll turn up. I'm sure there'll be games when we won't turn up. But it's for there to see. And if he goes into Carrington Monday morning, he goes to Richard Arnold, you go, that's what I've got to work with. I've got to work with that. I've got that to lay up for, and you can't deliver me players. You can't deliver me targets. I told you what I want. You can't get it. What's going on? Now, they're backing him. Fair enough. They don't want to pay over the odds. I agree at that. I agree on that. You can't be exposed after what we've spent in the last year. We've been through £1 billion. Fundamentally, the team needs another overhaul, and it just gets last season. It's like the Grim Reaper. It's on the back of you. The claws are still digging in.
Yeah,
it's still there, and it's like you say. It's always darkest before the dawn. And I don't know what's going to happen this season, mate. My expectations at the moment, under the table.
Yeah.
Under the table.
Not good.
Not good.
No. Right, thank you, Andy, for joining us. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. What are your thoughts on that game? United losing the first game of the season to Brighton. Is it too early to say? Is it too early to rule out some of these players? Was it just a bad day at the office? Or is it bigger problems at Manchester United? Give us your thoughts in the comments below. Personally,
please enlighten me, because if you've seen what I've seen, it's the same. You can't be biased. You've got to see what you've got to see. The online fans, you see it as much as we see it in the stadium. Give your honest opinions.
Yeah. Thank you. See you in a bit.